Yo, what's up guys? It's Stolen Ash here, and today I'm bringing you guys a update video about like some things like what's been going on, how come I've been inactive, and just things is stolen, like how come like promo that came out. First I want to start off with I'd like to thank you guys for 0.1k, 100 subs. It really means a lot. I appreciate all the feedback I've been getting on my videos. I know for a while there I was getting a lot of negative feedback, like I'd get 6 dislikes and like 2 likes, and now I'm like getting a lot, like 15 likes. Oh, you guys probably will hear my dog in the background. He's a freaking retard. He just sits out there and percolates the sky like a freaking moron. Wait. Alright, so you guys want to hear my controller because I'm just playing some Call of Duty. Alright, so yep, thank you for 0.1k. And now, let's talk about Stolen. So yeah, Stolen, if you probably don't already know from my last couple of videos, is a clan I started up. And we've been up for a while, like a couple weeks. Like the reason why we haven't like uploaded promo yet or anything, because we've been having a really hard time looking for editors, and like it's so hard to find a good editor that edits like. But I found a couple. Like I had an editor named Jacko, and he was gonna edit it, and then he told me he couldn't edit it, and then I just looked for editors, and now I found Jet, and she was supposed to edit it, and then she hasn't been on Skype for like a couple days, so I don't even know what's going on with her. And then I found this I can't even say his name, Kurito. He manages us, and I think he's editing the promo, but I haven't talked to him like tonight, which might be when I'm uploading this video, but I don't know. And yeah, he might be editing the promo. I'll link his channel down in the description, and you guys can watch his recent edits. He's super sick, bro. And then now I just want to talk about like why I've been inactive and stuff like that. So I was at my dad's, and I'm never really active at my dad's just because I don't have time. Like I didn't touch my PS3 for like 3 days, and then when I did have time, I had schoolwork I needed done, and it was just like a bad thing in general. Like I like my dad, but when I'm at his house, I have no time to do anything. Like we're always like on around, like we have like graduations and like, well, you guys probably hear my controller. Like graduations, birthday parties, fairs, like it's always something. We're like we're moving. Like someone bought our house, but we can't sell it because like something like we gotta pay money. Like my dad didn't know, so he's gotta pay some money. And then the house sold, so it'll probably be sold. Like at least sold when it gets in town. And then yeah, so that's why I've been inactive. And then I came back to my mom's, and the internet was shut off, and she told me that like it would never come back on. And I came home, and she was like, "Oh, the internet's on." I was like, "Oh, I hit it again." And she was like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh man, now I can make some videos." Yeah. Alright, so, and you guys can probably tell I got a new mic. It's a Logic, like 150, like I don't even know. I think it's pretty sweet. And then I want to tell you a little story. Alright, so I was at school, and yeah, little Ash at school. And this happened like a couple days ago. Alright, so like I was at school, and oh, I don't say that. Yeah, so I said that like 2 times. Yeah, so I was at school, and I walk in health class, and there's a substitute, and I was just like, oh, sweet substitute. And then like I raised my hand, And then class went by. And we were reading. I raised my hand because I was like, I want to read. And you guys probably already know from my recent videos, I stutter a lot. And I talk really slow sometimes. If you're friends with me, I'm busy. And I talk really slow like all the time. And so I was reading. I was stuttering like so much and talking really slow. And teacher thought I was doing it on purpose. And this is a substitute. And so she thought I was doing it on purpose. And then, so she wrote me up, and then my teacher came back. My teacher was like, you're in big, like, when you get to my class, you're in big trouble. I got like 3 detentions for you on my desk. I was like, sitting there, like, about ready to punch her. Like, you shouldn't get up in my face like that. And then, so I got to her class, and she just asked everyone what happened. And they were just like, well, they were just like saying like I was stuttering, and then they're like, I don't think he was doing it on purpose. So I was like, well, I wasn't. And then the teacher just like, well, I was like, she's like, told me to come up and sign the detention. I was like, alright. And she told me, she's like, I was like, I actually stutter like a lot. And she was like, oh. And then she was like, I sat down at the detention, and she was like, well, if you're telling the truth, I'll rip up the detention. I was just like, she's like, so you're saying I was stuttering from? I was like, I'm stuttering again. I was like, I didn't say that, because if I would tell my teacher I was stuttering from, like, I would have to, like, see a doctor and have, like, and know for sure I was stuttering from. I'm not just gonna say point blank, I was stuttering from. And, like, you don't ask someone that in middle class. And then, so I was like, no, I was stuttering from, and she's like, I'm done with you. And then, like, she was like, you want to play? And then she started talking about some game. She was like, you want to play this game with me? Bring your toys, bring your stuff, because I'll win. I'll win. Like, talking about some game we're going to play. Like, are we going to play Call of Duty? Like, what's going on here? And then, next day, I was just like, what just happened? And then, like, so this morning, I was sitting at my locker, and teachers just are, they're just, I'll look at them, and they're just staring at me and talking, and then, like, they're just, like, they'd be staring at me, and I'll look at them, they'll start talking again. There's 3 of them, and I'm not going to say their names, but it's just, like, my social studies teacher, science teacher, and my health teacher, which you guys already know she's freaking mean. Alright, so, like, yeah, so I was sitting there with my walk, and then I have a different walk than everyone else because, I lost my walk last year, and, well, my science teacher's like, go to the office. I was just like, for what? And he's like, just go to the office. He's like, go out. He's like, you have like, your walk is not appropriate. I was like, you need to go buy a new one. I was like, what the heck? I'm not buying a new walk. So I get to the office, and I was like, they say this walk wouldn't work. Alright, and then I was like, I need a new walk, and they gave me a new walk. And I was like so happy because I didn't want to spend like $5 on a walk. And then, yeah, so I put the new lock in my locker. No, like, when I got the lock, I slammed down my book. Oh, hey, again. That was my baby sister. So I got the new lock, and I just slammed down my books, because I was pretty upset. I was like, you don't need to be telling me. Like, so I slammed down my books, and my freaking friend's still sitting there watching me slam down my books. So it's my health teacher. I slam down my books, walk up the locker with a new lock, take my old lock, like $20 lock, and just go right now, and just go past them, and chuck it in that trash can. And then I'll start walking down the hallway, and they yell for me. I was just like, what? And they were like, was that necessary? I was like, yeah. And they're like, why do you have an attitude? I was like, what are you talking about? Why do you have an attitude? I was like, hey, Reagan, can you go and put that screwdriver up? Freaking 2-year-old sister's trying to freaking shank me a screwdriver. And like, why do you have attitude? I was like, I don't have. Well, you guys basically, And then like, I ended up getting in trouble for being late for class. And then I was like, well, the teacher's talking to me out there. And then she lied about it, and I was like, what the heck? And then
What happened?
and I started going downstairs, and I don't even want to explain what this. I'll get right, eat my cookie. And then principal walks up to me, and I'm just like, and she was like, we need to talk. And she was like, come with me. I was like, whoa. And she's like, hey, Reagan, hey, come get Reagan. And I was just like, why do we need to talk? And then she's like, we need to talk about your behavior. My behavior. And she was like, you've been mean lately. I heard you've been mean lately and all this stuff. I was like, what? And then she started talking about the stuff and everything. I was like, alright. I was like, I didn't even start on her. And she's like, well, I'm going to call your mom and tell you about her behavior. But alright, go ahead. So I called my dad. And me and my dad, I was like telling my dad, I was like, you know how I stutter all the time? I talk about stuff. And he's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm getting in trouble for it because they think I did it on purpose. So I call my dad. And he's like, well, go tell your principal to talk to me. So everything worked out. And then I talked to principal freaking loves me now. And everything worked out. Now my teachers think I'm a liar now. So now I gotta deal with this tomorrow. Alright, and yeah, so they think I'm a liar now. Like, I don't know where they got that from. Because my teacher, he was like, how come you haven't been getting your homework done? Because I was with my dad, I was like, well, we've been meeting. He's like, well, I'm not going to borrow your wallet. So I was like, what the heck? I've been meeting, dude. Y'all didn't tell me if I'm lying or not. And then, like, makes me so mad. Oh, I'm typing on here. Add you to drop. Alright, so yeah. Alright, let's get back. So where was I? Oh yeah. You can call me a liar. Alright. And then my freaking social studies teacher, I lost my social studies book like a couple weeks ago. And then she was just like, freaking wrote me a detention. I was like, what the heck, dude? Anyways, well, I'll freaking see what happens tomorrow at school. I'll probably get, like, suspension or something for studying. Oh, yeah, and then my teacher, at the end of the day, she talked to me. She's like, you make me sick to my stomach. I was like, why? She's like, the girl that sits in front of you, she's been in speech lessons her whole life, and you shouldn't have been pretending to stutter because you're making fun of her. I was about ready to like stop myself. Like, I was getting ready to be like, why would I didn't stutter on purpose. And then like I always was stuttering when I was talking to her about that. And then she was like, why did this? She was basically telling me that I did it to freaking bully some girl. Like, and then I went up to the girl, and even the girl said she knew I wasn't even fake stuttering. She was like sticking out for me, and I went up to her. I was like, cause I want to apologize to her, cause I like felt bad. And then my teacher started saying I have no like heart, cold-hearted or something like that. And she's like, well, I know you're cold-hearted, but she's like, I know you're cold, but you act like you're cold, but deep inside you have a heart. And I was like, I was getting ready to just like burst on her. Alright, so I'm just gonna wrap this up. So yeah, thanks for 0.1K, and I'll probably make a video tomorrow on what happens. Alright, bye.